What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Hopefully you all are having a very blessed and wonderful day. So, good news, I'm back on the channel full time because in case you didn't know, the past 2 weeks I have been out sick, fighting for my life. Muscles been burning, body's been aching, all that good stuff, right? And in the 2 weeks that I've been gone, Suicide Squad has not changed in the goddamn slightest. We got a lot to talk about with this weekly developer update. Some of the recent news that's been coming out surrounding the game, which is primarily just the season 1 release date, and then a couple of more things that I do want to speak about regarding the season 1 launch. But let's go ahead and get into the update because that's what you're all here for anyway. Now, developer update. March 8th. Hello, people of Metropolis. We'll keep the update nice and short this week as we at Rocksteady are hard at work making sure that the game is in the best shape it could possibly be for when Season 1 launches later this month. State of the game. With the release date of Season 1 announced, which is March 28th, if I'm correct, March 28th, we are focused on ensuring that both the seasonal update is ready and that all upcoming fixes are thoroughly tested. We are also continuing to work on other remaining issues and will let you know when we are able to implement further fixes. For those still experiencing issues with the game, we hear your frustration and we thank you for your patience while we work on a fix. Get ready for Season 1. This week, we have made the very exciting announcement of Season 1's release date, March 28th. We can't wait for you all to play Suicide Squad's first seasonal update with the Joker as a new playable character, a new Elseworld for you to explore, an arsenal of new weapons and gear, new missions, and more, all free for those who currently own the game. But before we get any further into the update, here's a little sneak preview of an explosive new grenade that you'll be able to unleash in Season 1 based on a character that we've spotted several of you talking about lately. And then we got a video here. We can go ahead, we can play the video. The video don't got no sound, but that's all right. And that's Polka-Dot Man. That's Polka-Dot Man. Now, if the visual cues of the grenade wasn't enough to give it away, it's also like the little cheek and tongue comment that they made here based on a character that we've spotted several of you talking about lately. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I saw like a big flash of red and yellow. I definitely thought that this was Condiment King and that was mustard and ketchup, but after looking at the dots here, that's Polka-Dot Man. Absolutely. It's nice to see that even if we aren't getting, these villains in the game, we're still getting something reminiscent of them being in this universe to let us know that they're here, right? So that's pretty cool. But funny enough, I believe that's actually the only really new thing in this developer update. We'll continue. So we're so excited to share more of the upcoming content with you soon in the run up to the release of Season 1. Known issues. While we continue to investigate some of the more frustrating issues that players might be experiencing, we are also logging additional issues that you might encounter from time to time. Some of these may have simple workarounds that you can use to get back on mission and help you battle Brainiac's forces. If you've bumped into a bug that's stopping you in your tracks, we may have a solution for you listed underneath our known issues. We aim to update this regularly, so check back in from time to time for future updates. We have workarounds for issues like gear slots becoming locked, negative squad talent points, black screen when loading in, and more. We hope these will help some of you affected while we work on a permanent fix. Digital Deluxe Edition limited time discount. Now, real quick, right? Because I want to speak on this before I read this. I've been seeing screenshots going around of people going, the game's only been out like a month and the most expensive edition of the game was already 50% off. And they're right. It ain't really nothing else I can say other than the fact that, I feel like this is being done for two primary reasons. One, the game actually did sell well in February. It was one of the most pre-ordered games in the month, and it was also going up against some other heavy hitters like Tekken and whatnot. The game actually did say, it didn't. See, here's the thing, right? Hear me when I say this, because there's a difference between the game selling well and then the game not meeting WB's expectations. Their expectations is what Hogwarts Legacy did, and that game performed out the ass. Suicide Squad did sell decently, it just didn't do what Hogwarts Legacy did. So there's a difference between good and then fucking outstanding, right? That's the difference. Now, I imagine that this is because they wanted the game to sell a bit more and it didn't, so they're trying to get as many people in the door as they possibly can with like all of these fixes coming in. Hopefully like this $50 off will entice people to jump into the game a little bit more. But also season 1 is around the corner, and I feel like they're banking on the hype of season 1 to make people they're banking on season 1 hype to get people to want to jump into the game more and experience the story and Joker and this and that and everything else. But let's go ahead and read this real quick. If you've been interested in trying Suicide Squad, or maybe you have a friend that you would love to play with, well, now's the perfect time to jump in. The digital deluxe edition of the game is currently on sale, and with the free season 1 update coming soon, you'll have a whole lot of new content ready to explore. As a final note, we will be holding off on rolling out focus feedback as detailed in last week's update until season 1, so stay tuned for more updates. We can't wait to share more on season 1 in the run up to its release. See you in the Elseworlds, Derek and the Rocksteady team. All right, now real quick, right? This is how I feel. Besides the grenade that we saw from Polka-Dot Man, this weekly developer update was of very little substance, and it pretty much confirms that the route that's being taken here, like focus feedback, the patches that we need, the game being fixed, all of that is getting held back into season 1. So that season 1 update is going to be a beefy as fuck update, because we're essentially getting everything, and they're holding it back because here's my thing. One of the reasons why I don't necessarily have an issue with them holding it back this time is because, remember the last update that we got? The issue with that was it did actually manage to fix some of the issues that we had with the game. It only fixed some of them, but it also introduced a whole bunch of new issues, like multiplayer being fully broken, and then the loading Metropolis issue. This is being done so that they can be positive, they can introduce the patch with all of these fixes and not accidentally introduce a whole new gang of bugs that's coinciding with the release of season 1. That's how I look at this. But it's still bad overall, because it's like, I know that the developers have their heads down and they're addressing issues that we are having with the game, but it sucks that we kind of have to wait a month. Like, it is what it is, but it fucking sucks. We know when season 1 is March 28th. Essentially, what we have to do is hold out until then, sadly, but that's still a bad thing, because the game is already losing like a major part of its player base. When season 1 gets here, this is how this is going to have to go. If they can manage to permanently fix the connection issues, the server issues, multiplayer is back working, and season 1 launches, and it's a great time for everybody, that will actually propel the game back into a much more favorable spot. Season 1 cannot afford to have anything less than a great start, because people like, even people that have been defending for the game and shilling for it, even they are all ready to just like go fuck it and like, I'm gone. Like, don't get me wrong, it's a little tricky right now, but they have a chance to fix this. Season 1 literally just has to launch on a very great note, if not more. Now, it sucks that we have to wait this long. I remember saying in the past video that I don't see them. I don't really see season 1 coming as late as it is now. But really, here's my whole thing about that. Only reason why I feel like it's even coming this late in March is specifically because the game is fucked up and they still have bugs they need to fix. if the game wasn't broken, I feel like season 1 would have been releasing like mid-March, like March 16th or something like that. Right. But I mean, it is what it is. It's not really much else I can talk about in this video because I will be stretching it. But all in all, it wasn't much to this update. The game pretty much hasn't changed. Season 1 looks to be the overall biggest update that we have had for this game since release, because not only is it the launch of, again, season 1, but it's also the launch of all of these bugs that we have been having since early access. And I guarantee you, if all of that shit is not fixed, it's done. People are going to be done with the game. They're going to be done because those people would have waited 2 months to get season 1 to still not be able to play a jank ass game that's messing up. That's honestly how I see the whole thing going. Like, don't get me wrong, I still love this game, I still support it, I still want it to do well, but they literally have no room for error come March 28th. Everything has to hit, otherwise it's a done deal. But with that being said, that's gonna go ahead and that's gonna bring us to the end of this video. Hopefully y'all have had a great and decent time here. Let me know down in the comments below, how do you all feel about this weekly developer update? How do you feel about them holding back all of the new patches and fixes until the season 1 update, just making that a real big update? And then again, if you've enjoyed the video, please remember to like, share, and subscribe, and smack that notifications bell so you will never miss out on any of my Suicide Squad related videos. And I will catch y'all in the moonlight. Peace.